Hey, hey, welcome back to Don't Run with Scissors. I'm Kelly, your favorite Jeep driving lawyer, mom of twins, 3 crazy rescue dogs, a rescue cat, and 4 rescue guinea pigs who likes to craft in her spare time, has gone back to school to learn ASL, and is trying to train for Iron Man. If you're new here, if you do me the kind favor of liking and subscribing to my channel, what that does is it sends me a message, it boosts my serotonin and my self-esteem, and we could all use it, especially me. If you're returning, you already know the crazy you earned for, so grab your drink, sit on back, and let's have at it. Happy New Year. Happy Chinese New Year. Happy Vietnamese New Year. Chinese New Year, the lunar calendar, is the year of the rabbit. Vietnamese is the year of the cat. Did you guys know that? I did not know that until yesterday, when my lovely friend Jasmine, who has spent time in China, taught me that. And I love that. Okay, we all know I love learning. Otherwise, why the heck would I be back in school? So yeah. So what I did yesterday was kind of a repeat, because we've talked about this. I did a repeat of 12 by 12, which is by Pam from Just Keep Stitching and Kia from Kia Beat, because they do 12 by 12 on New Year's Eve. So I did it yesterday for the start of the lunar calendar, the Chinese and Vietnamese lunar calendar, and I had a blast, which is surprising, but we'll get into that. Okay, so last week we started our mentorship, like our hours that we have to include, which I guess is this special project. Why not just say that it was mentorship hours? Why'd you have to tell me last semester it was a special project? It's not a special project. I don't understand this part of the, like, I don't understand this. Anyways, so we have to do 10 hours before we can start the process to be approved to go out, like one-on-one or with 2 of us, or I think even teams of 3, with mentors to interpret. So that's very cool. So Jasmine and I signed up for last Friday. Our theory is, let's pack our 10 hours that we need in right away. That way, if we need more hours to get the approval, we'll have time and we won't be rushed. And or if we feel like we need more hours, again, we have some more flexibility, and we're not going to be rushing at the end of the semester, because apparently that's a thing. It's not a thing in my world if I can prevent it. Okay. I am over hours on interactive hours, so I'll be able to carry over to next semester. Fine. Absolutely fine. And I have a plan to finish up my observation hours. I was gonna do it over Christmas break, and honestly, I just needed a break. And I do some work over Christmas break for hours? Absolutely, I did. Absolutely, I did. So that's where we are. Um, we did not have class last Wednesday night. Our teacher canceled and assigned us a couple other things. So far, I'm up on, I have to do my assignment for tonight, which is just to turn in my hours. But I just realized I have to go back and figure out my hours that I did during December for during Christmas break, because there were some of those and I didn't write those down, because I'm really bad about kind of that stuff. Okay, so other updates. I have been tracking on my Fitness Pal pretty good. I think there will be some tweaking. I think that will likely happen on Wednesday or Thursday when I meet with the GI doctor. I did a different calorie counting thing online, and it says I need like 2,400 calories a day. What? If I was in full-blown training mode, probably. But right now, no. There is no way I need that much. That's insane. To me. This is not a judgment on anybody who eats that much. Absolutely not. You do you. But for me and my body, that would not work. So yeah. But I got my Tamagotchi, and I bought a water bottle that has the handle specifically so I could hang my Tamagotchi on here. He's sleeping right now. I don't know if you can see, but he has graduated. I think he's an adult duck, but he's sleeping. So it really works. Holy cow. With the exception of yesterday, and we'll talk about yesterday. Um, I have been drinking like buku amounts, like over 100 ounces of water a day, thanks to this. That's $20. Okay, well the water bottle was also 20 some dollars, but okay, but you need a water bottle. I didn't have a water bottle that like somebody in the house who shall remain nameless, but it happens to be the only male in the house right now, lost my good water bottle. And I am of the age and stages of life where, yes, I have a favorite water bottle. I can't help that. This one, though, it does bother me in the fact that it's too wide based to fit in my cup holders in Elmo. But I just saw a hack on, maybe it was on TikTok, where they went into the plumbing store, like Home Depot, and they bought the PVC pipe that they measured their cup holder so it would fit in there, and then it fits on here. Nigel. And they spray painted it with Krylon, and then they pop it in there, and so I may actually do that. And then I saw another one where they did it where they could add almost a cup holder to their system. I'm not going to go that far, but I would like it if my water bottle could fit in there. But I highly suggest, if you are struggling to hydrate and drink more water, that you do this. Highly suggest it. It has been a huge help, and I don't understand the whole neuroscience behind it, but whatever, it works. So it helps my little neurodiet. Now, is it annoying because it beeps, and sometimes it beeps for no reason and you have to figure it out? Yes, but I have figured out that I can turn him off at certain times. Like, so if I go into court or whatever, I can turn him off so he's not beeping during court. Thank goodness, because that would be really bad. So, okay. I got a few more things cut out for the baby, for Bruno. We still don't know 100%. Okay, you're never going to be 100% sure until the baby is out and you're like looking at the baby and you go, oh, it has boy parts, it has girl parts. Okay, whatever. But we it's a boy for all intents. So I got a little flying squirrel. Love. I don't know if we talked about this. Okay, so anyways. So I got parts, but I did not sew last week. I did not sew. I know. Based on the last few weeks here, you are all probably very shocked at that. And to be honest, I was too. But life. I mean, it has just been a whirlwind of a lot of stuff filed, a lot of stuff at work, and just, and then being the only driver, like on Thursday nights, we all eat dinner, and we have to eat a little bit, closer to 5, which generally that's a little early for us. And then I drop the girl child off at school. I drive the boy over to band, which are in opposite directions. I come home for a bit. I get on my Zoom call with the girls, the ladies, and then I go pick up everybody. And then I'm crashing. So I didn't have it in me. However, I did organize that project bag cutout, partially sewed mess that I had going on. And what I realized is that I need to cut the fusible fleece, which I do have in my pile here. I need to cut that because that is the parts that are missing at this point. And then I can assembly piece those, as well as I picked up the thread to sew the little hats, because I realized that I had white and black thread, which would have been fine on some level, but at the same time didn't quite match. So I picked up the olivey army green floss for that, or floss thread. And then I have the dino and the little gray squirrel, and I have batting for that. So yeah. Okay, so let's see where we're at. We did do other crafting though, and I have been remiss in that I haven't showed you the guys this. Um, I I wanted to make Bruno a couple little sweaters to go with the other pile of stuff he it will already have from Auntie Kelly. Although I got asked if I was grandma, and I'm not a. I've come to terms with if if my friend decides that I should be grandma or whatever nickname, I'm fine with that. That's an honor. That's a very special title, and I'm fine with that. And that would be an honor. So whatever the baby and her decide, I'm fine with. So I started with I cast it on this. Now I am not a knitting is still is as many years as I've done it. I don't knit a whole lot, so some things are still a challenge. On this, I've already learned the proper way to increase, which is very exciting. Very exciting to me. You guys have no idea. But I did cast it on. Then I realized that I had reversed my rows at one point, so I restarted it. And if you follow me on Instagram, you saw that. So I have restarted it. I am almost to the point where I have to divide for the body for this little guy. But it is this most beautiful sagey, not sagey, ocean, like sea glass green. Is it perfect? No, it is not. Is it adorable? Yes. Yes, it is. Did did my friend say that that was fine, that she would still put it on the baby? Absolutely. And does that make my cold heart warm? It does. It does. So, it's not super hard. It is a free pattern. It's called Baby Sophisticate by Lyndon Heflin. I hope I'm saying her poor name right. It is not a hard name or a hard pattern. To the fact that, like I said, I am almost on the split for the body, and it looks like that won't take me very long as well. So then we'll have to make this, I don't know. We're just following the pattern. We're just following pattern. I'm not making any changes or weirdness to it. I may make the body a little longer because both my friend and the father are very tall people. I am not. So I know that in like her children, well, her daughter is tall. Her son isn't the tallest, but their father is shorter. Anyways, okay. So I have that. That is generally my project that I take to class, which is weird, so that I can knit on breaks. But I have a feeling, especially for the body, once I do the split for the body, which may happen today, it's just going to be kind of knitting back and forth, knitting and purling. And so I don't know why. It seems like it's the right project for break. I don't know. Okay. I am playing Whip Go. I need to get on my stick because we're already on the 23rd, and I think new numbers come out today. But I need to put 3 more days on the Space Cell and 4 more days on the K project. And I went to go work on Lady of the Flag, and I realized that in all of the changing over of the pattern to the legit pattern and stuff and trying to clean things out, y'all, I threw out my number, my where I want to cry. So we all know I decided to just carry through with the mistakes and make it work. Um, but then I realized I threw out the conversion where I wrote down what numbers I was using for what threads, and I have no idea. They're in a huge, like, I know this is my bag for Lady of the Flag with the conversions, but I also this is more than just one of the conversions because I was going to stitch her more than once. So yesterday I broke down on top of everything else. We'll talk about that as we go along. And as much as it pains me because it's got a lot of stitching in it, you guys know that. That's where I was. I'm going to restart her. I'm going to restart it. And I'm going to put in the 10 days on it, like I still owe it from December. And I know I don't technically owe it, but whatever. Okay. But that is what it is. I'm just going to restart it. And so I have to go reprint out the PDF. Like I had scanned in. Remember, I was able to procure the legit copy. And I marked off what I had done, like the highlighter part. So I'm just going to go reprint the top page because what I may do, honestly, to restart it. So, oh God, I'm sorry. I don't know how to blur it out either. I'll probably just start on the bottom and work up then. And that's fine. Because my bottom page I haven't marked on. Yeah. May as well throw that out because that's not worth anything to me right now. Yeah. Okay. So yesterday was Lunar New Year, and I hang on one second, just need to return this text. I decided to redo or do it again. Not redo it, do it again. 12 by 12. Okay. So I had my plan. I wrote it in my other weird planner. I also want to get the love notes quilt pattern. Actually, I don't think it's a table runner by Riley Blake. I was watching Elizabeth Ankin stitch and I fell in love with it, and it looks like little envelopes and it is so cute. Okay, so that was irrelevant because I was watching that while I was stitching. Okay, so I had laid out 12 whips, couple new starts, and I'll show you those to do yesterday. This was on top of, because I don't have enough going on right now. It's great. In between whip go and classes and my 52 card whip pickup cards. Yeah. Okay. So I have my stack here. So I did this, but I got up in the morning. I woke up in the morning and I had a migraine, y'all, that was so bad. It was, I was vomiting. I legit vomited in my kitchen trash can. Thank God the kids have gotten in the habit of putting a kitchen trash bag in, because for a long time they didn't. So thank God. And thank God my kids are old enough and they were not squeamish because I'm like hurling water essentially, because the night before I wasn't feeling great, but it wasn't horrible. Little did I know it was the precursor from the migraine from hell. So I took a bunch of meds to try and calm the beast, and I laid back down and I legit woke up right about noon, which is when I should have been starting my 12 by 12. And I was like, okay, well, we're gonna do what we can, because even on New Year's Eve, I didn't actually touch all 12 projects, as you guys know. And that's fine. It's just kind of to pull things, to me, it was to pull things out that I thought that I could make some good progress on. None of my projects was I actually expecting a finish on. And there were a couple new starts that I wanted to do. There's 2 sales that I'm doing. One is with Tina, one is with Amy. So you'll see those. Okay. So the other thing that I did start in this, hey Abby from Abby Bella Stitch, I think that's how you say it. I have some of the same. I have some of the project bags by the same company, Johnson and Johnson, and I forget who else makes some of my project bags. Because again, I have not sewed the other project bags, and because I have not really, I have finished stuff, but not a whole lot of cross stitching stuff. But I do have a finish. So I started my ABC blocks for baby Bruno. This is A in finger spelling. Now I know that my square is 5 by 5, and I was thinking that my blocks will be 4 by 4 when finished. Is that big enough? I think it's big enough. I think it's big enough. I think it's big. It's big enough. So I want to finish A. So A needs to have the English big A and little a. I'm not going to do Braille because it's just a single French knot. And I don't think it's going to be effective. So I'm going to do big A, little a, the finger spelling A. And then for A, for Bruno, it's an axolotl. And I have the little chart for axolotl, and I got all my threads to do my axolotl. And then I'm hoping to get A done. When A is done, I will likely sew them into blocks in sets of 3. So if nothing else, baby Bruno will have A, B, and C. B is blue-footed booby, because that's my favorite bee. C, I'm debating if it should be a chicken, a crustacean like a crab, or a chicken nugget. And I actually think it should be a chicken nugget. And it may be a dino chicken nugget, but I think it should be a chicken nugget because chicken nuggets. So, that is my plan. Will I release those charts? Will I sell those charts when I am done with my blocks? Likely, yes. That is my plan. When will that happen? Not a clue. Not a clue. So, okay. My finish. On Thursday night, as you guys all know, I have been working on the Happy Valentine's Day, which is the freebie from Cherry Hill Stitchery, if you join their Facebook group, which has been a fantastic group. What I also learned, thank you, Jessica, and I swear to God, I am going to the post office in the next couple days, and your package will finally be on the way. Although now I'm thinking I should wait on your package till later in the week, because I got the notice that my package from Keepsakes is on its way, and since there's a gift in there for you, to make up for the fact that I'm at Butthead and I haven't mailed your package like we talked. I bought you because I knew you wanted it. Again, we've already talked about that whole thing. Then I can just ship it together. So just so you know. But it should be in the mail by the end of the week, because I tracked down the other addresses that I need to mail other stuff to. So I'm very excited. Okay, anyways, so Thursday night, I'm like struggling through the fabric, and I'm like, it just was not enjoyable, and it was taking me forever, and it shouldn't have taken me forever. And the reason I know it shouldn't have taken me forever is because finally I was like, okay, somebody just give me permission to restart this on a different Ada, because this is not working for me. It just was not enjoyable, and it should be enjoyable. And I am trying to learn to love Valentine's Day, and I've made really good progress on this holiday, on Valentine's Day, and being able to kind of take a deep breath and not be so whatever. And I was like, yeah, for God's sake, restart it. Okay, so I restarted it Thursday, got in like 10-15 minutes before I had to go pick up the kids. So then Friday, after being brain dead, I picked it up, and Saturday I was just like, I am so close to being done. Just finish it. How cute is that? So I am going to finish it so that it's like it's a little bit bigger than a 3x5 card. Okay, so here's a 3x5 card. Well, no, it's not. It's right about the size of a 3x5 card. If it's on, this is oatmeal fiddler's cloth. So I have no idea what count that really translates into. I love oatmeal fiddler's cloth. Honestly, this is just, I love it. I have no idea why, but I do. Um, this is random. I do have the flosses somewhere on my table that I pulled. This, I know that this is Onyx by Weeks Dye Works. This is a 500 something DMC. This is another Weeks Dye Works. And this is the satiny white from DMC. I'm going to finish it like it's a little postcard, and I'm going to, that goes to my special person. Okay. Oh, but wait, there's a boatload mug. So, again, sit on back. Let's have at it. Okay. So last week's 52 card whip up is in my pile. Where is she? Here she is. It was Harriet Tubman. And I for sure worked on this, not just on Martin Luther King Day, which I did work on it. I worked on it at least once. Well, maybe that isn't Oatmeal Fiddler. I don't know. This is also on an oatmeal. Apparently, I really like oatmeal Ada, which I do. Although somebody in the Cherry Hill Stitchery posted an Ada that looks like whitewashed wood. I need to get me some of that. But this is an oatmeal. Maybe it's a 16 count. It might be a 16 count. Anyways, this is Harriet Tubman by the Primitive Hair. I worked on this at least twice this week because not only was it Martin Luther King Day, and this is my one sort of Black history. I don't know. That feels funny saying. Stitch. It was my 52 card whip pickup. So she got some love. And I filled in here. So hopefully I will get to love her some more this year because I really want to have her done. I love her, and that is why I would really like to be able to have her FFO'd and finished and be able to post her. Okay, so that said, that is my 52 card whip up. So this week we're pulling a new card, and that would be the Two of Clubs. It is not the One of Anything. It is the Two of Clubs. And that is a sewing project. God help me. And it is the axolotl outfit, which is will be a t-shirt and leggings for my daughter. And the fabric is gorgeous. And I know I've showed it before when I first got it in. It is by Wonderlust. They do custom prints. So the axolotl outfit hopefully will be done this week. The axolotl outfit, when I cut that, I will actually, I also have pangolin fabric, and I'll just pull that and do that, cut it and sew it up at the same time, which is fine. That gets a huge chunk of, a huge stack of fabric off my plate, or off my table. And really it's not sitting on my table, but you guys don't know that, and I'm okay. Okay, so now we go into some days, y'all. Like, really, I'm not this bad. I'm not this disorganized, I swear. Some days I am. Okay, so I'm more organized some days than I think I am. Okay, so then the next one up was on my, so then we moved into 12 by 12 because I did work on the space cell, and I did work on my K stitch, But those are also in my 12 by 12. And I touched 9 of my projects. 10 technically. 10 technically, but the one I decided after breaking down that I'm just going to restart it. So, but I didn't actually restart it yesterday because, yeah. Okay, so one of the first up was Spring Sheep because I pulled it thinking that it was a Shamrock Sheep, but it is not. That would be this one. And this one actually, this is the so hopefully I can get them both done by St. Patrick's Day, but I'm not gonna like freak out. If I can get the spring one done, then it can go for both, really and truly. Okay. So I know on Bobby's website she has a mom and for Mother's Day and a Father's Day one. Which I don't have in my bag, but she can't get Gertie Gobble. So I may have to track down Gertie Gobble. Which kind of makes me sad, but that's okay. Cuz my preference is always you support your friends' businesses. That's just how I work. So anyways, this is my spring sheep. It sucks cuz you can't really see him. Maybe if I do this, maybe it'll show up better. Okay, so this is the called for that comes in the kit. Bent Creek does a lot of kits, what I'm realizing. Which I kind of like in some regards, but I really, like, I would have just pulled DMC. I don't know. Anyways. I mean, they definitely give you way more floss than you need. You probably could make it a couple times, like several times with the amount of floss that they give you. So it's definitely worth it. So I got in more of his body this week and the 2 flowers. So my hope is this week that maybe I can finish the sheep part, and then I will just have, and they do give you the little charm that goes on the flag. It's super cute. It's, although that one looks more like a daisy. Not that it matters. And this one to me looks more of a sunflower. So I may try to track down what, it does matter to me because sunflowers to me represent summer and fall, where daisies are spring. A daisy is also one of my favorite flowers, and I'm seriously considering getting it tattooed on because daisy is also the flower that represents for sexual assault victims or survivors, depending on how you want to do it. So we have that. So I worked on that yesterday and during the week, and like I said, I'm hoping to still I want this done. I want this ideally done this month. So that I can FFO it. I also I have the Easter one done that I need to just FFO and then pass it along. Okay. So this next one that I worked on, thank you, Zan. This is all your fault. All your fault. Dude, I am being bad about, I'm sorry to designers. Okay. So this is from Creative Poppy. I love their website. I do need to order Cosmic Girl 2 from Barbara Anna because it looks like she has aliens in her hair. And yeah. Am I a fan of Cosmic Girl 1? Yeah. And this, I guess, is her big sister. Would I do them to... Actually, yeah. And they might be fun to do on this, like, kind of next to each other. I will have to look at this and ponder this. Okay. Anyways, this is River Drift House Needlework Designs. And it's mini long dogs. And Zan, I saw her stitching this. She started this not long ago. And it's the Wiener Dogs in sweaters. And how can you not love a wiener dog in a sweater? So, yesterday I was slated to do, I was going to do this on just an oatmeal. Or on an ecru. And I had a chunk of the blue that I had dyed left like that I was able to cut off of Anne Frank, and it is perfect. And so I started that yesterday. It's so cute. It's like literally 5 DMCs. I mean, it's not, but it is just so cute. So cute. So that is that top border. It's not all the way across. Yeah, 5 DMCs. Did I get it all the way across yesterday? No, because I think I worked on this while I was working on dinner. With the boy child cooked a lot of it, but I helped. I have fallen in love with those Uncle Ben's pre-cooked rice. Is rice hard to cook? No. But when you're exhausted or in a rush, I know they cost a little bit more, but they're fantastic. They just make life a little bit easier. Okay. Excuse me, hiccups. So, next up was patio crabby. I got, so this is about the total width. I think he goes like 2 stitches more on his body out. Oh, and I have him upside down. Now it makes probably a little bit more sense. So this is by Barefoot Needle Art. He's so cute. So this is just fill in with the red and fill in with the red. And I'm trying to get it so that, so this is where his hat goes. We'll start in. So what I'm trying to do is get his body shape. We're not body shaming him. I'm trying to get his body shape stitched in so that, like, literally on those days where I want to stitch, but my brain just doesn't have it in me to count, I can, or like I'm in a car on a car ride, I can just fill in. I love projects like that, and that is probably why working on the periodic table for my daughter doesn't bother me at all, because right now it's just a lot of sorry, throw that out too. Okay, if I don't throw it out now, then it's going to sit here for like forever and drive me nuts because my table will be crazy. I did get some cleaning done in my room, and I did get my bag of flosses. All of the flosses that could be put away, like they were on the little bobbins, are put away. I did cut out some floss drops last week, not nearly enough. So I need to do those flosses. Now, how, those of you who keep your flosses, like your master set on floss drops, how do you store your master set of flosses then? Because I don't have those little boxes, which is fine because I can get rid of those boxes. That has never been my favorite system of organizing flosses. So if you know how, like, if you have ideas for that, let me know. I do realize that I have been keeping my big cone of doom up on my shelf that's in my window here, that I need to move it because I don't want, the sun comes through that window a good chunk of the day, and I don't want it to discolor my floss over time. So next up that I worked on was Anne Frank by Gira. Also from Creative Poppies. This was started 2 years ago. Maybe 3. Don't judge me. In 1 hour's time, I forget what else I was doing during this time. I don't know. But at least I got this window finished. I got her window finished. I'm 99% sure that that's what that is supposed to be, is the window. I'd hoped to get her face in. It did not happen. She's still in my 52 cards, so she will at least come out for that. for a week for that. She may come out sooner, and that's okay. All right. So then I also worked on Prince of Peace. This will be a gift for Tammy. I am stitching it on it's by Be Stitch Me fabric. It's a Friday Night Fight Night fabric, so it does not have a color. So if you'd like to name the color, let me know. I'll write it on. We'll just name it ourselves. It is an 18 count Ada. Her fabrics are fantastic. They feel nice to stitch on. I'm going to be honest. They feel nice to stitch on. What adds to this is I have the skin colored silks from Almond M&M's. If you have not tried Ymir's silk, first of all, how cute is that? That's a lot of silk in there. That's actually a lot of floss in there. So don't be deceived by the fact that this looks like it's hardly anything. She died, and when they first came out, I bought them. Did I have anything in mind for them? Nope, I didn't. But I knew, first of all, I wanted to support a friend. Second of all, I wanted to support a friend who is also a person of color. And third of all, they were just beautiful. They were beautiful. So I bought them. And turns out that this is the right project for this. And I couldn't be happier. I love stitching on this. I am one of those freaks that actually likes stitching letters. I don't know why. I do. I do. I got to watch the time because Bean's got to go to class. And I am the driver. I'm the chauffeur this week. So I did work on this. I got the whole first name, Prince of Peace, done. So that was exciting. I love working on this piece, and when I do, because I know it is for Tammy, I always say a little prayer for her, and that she is happy, healthy, and wealthy and wise. It's just, I know it's cheesy. If you're new here, I am a cheese ball. That's just let's just call a spade a spade. I'm a cheesy type person. Okay. So, next up, and this is also my WhipGo, on my WhipGo board. This is a sale from 2021 that I fell off because I was really struggling with my fabric, my stitch count got off and everything. So then I sat down during my WhipGo last year, because it was on WhipGo last year, and I sorted that out. And this year, between last year and this year, we've made some progress. We have now, so I put this on my list to work on yesterday as well. It is on my WhipGo board, like I said, and it is the current month, January, and it's getting 10 days. We owe it 3 more days. Hopefully in those 3 days, I can finish. What planet? Y'all, I have to check every time I say, what planet am I stitching? Jupiter. You'd think by now I would know. Okay. The other thing is, so I'm using my thread wax from Hillbilly Candle Company, and if you have not gotten it, you are missing out. And mine, for the sal that I'm using, which I shouldn't even call it a sal. Everybody, like, I feel like I'm the last one finishing it. But it was a sale when I started it. It is for my daughter Bean. She has decided that the gray fabric is just fine. I will not be filling in all of the black. Nope. Am I going to do the little stars and constellations? Yes, I'm actually going to do them E940, which will glow in the dark. That is what my brain has decided. Bean is fine with the gray. So I am stitching Jupiter. My nose itches. Jupiter is a big old planet. Like, they look deceivingly small. They are intense. And what I've realized, okay, so the Happy Valentine's Day, thank you, Jessica. What I was going to say is she figured out for me that it is 1,623 stitches. I would have never guessed. Never guessed that it was that much. And then I'm like, These are intense. And I keep thinking, okay, each planet is probably about 500. They've got to be way more. If that is 1600, these have got, like, Jupiter's got to be way more than 1600. So I've got to figure that out. I've decided that I really like when designers, especially on a sal, put like, okay, this is so many stitches. I really like that. I wish more designers would do that. So if you're a designer and you sell me patterns, if you could do that for me, I'd really appreciate it. We're almost to the end of my pile. Let me see. I did that. We haven't done that one. Okay. Yes. We're almost done. Okay. So then I did pull out Kay, the picture for my friend's mom, and we added in more orange. What I'm trying to do is go back in and complete. So I have added this month in the 6 days, we're just shy of 1,000 stitches in those 6 days. So of course that's going to be coming out because let's go, and we are shooting for a blackout this year. Okay, so the last two are new starts, and they are sals. And the first one I am selling with Tina, who has a Flosstube as well. And that is the Sing-A-Song series by Silver Creek Samplers. I know that Erin from Two Martini Stitchers, I don't think she's finished hers yet, but she initially showed it, and I liked it. And then I think she's the one who mentioned Jan Hicks did a color conversion that is based on somebody else's color conversion. And I fell in love with it, and I showed that one to the boy child because while I love the song and I love the sound of music and everything, it wouldn't have been something that I would have stitched. When I showed him the patterns, he was like, When I showed him the color conversion that is on Jan Hicks' page, the picture of it, he was like, yes, I'd hang that. And I was like, okay, cool. So he started pulling some of the colors he liked for the different squares. And yesterday I started. So this is just simply a DMC red, and because that's what I have mostly at home is DMCs. And this is 321, which actually I like better than 666. And it just feels better saying rather than 666. I don't know. So we have D for dough, and that is as wide as this block will go. Now, when the pictures are from Jan Hicks, she does 3 and 3, 4 and 4. The pattern is designed to go all 8 across, and I haven't decided which way I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go all the way across. Although I feel like going 4 and 4 will make it easier to find a frame. So we'll see. We'll see. We're not at that point where we need to decide. I think I'm going to do all of a deer, a female deer, a drop of golden sun kind of thing. I think I'm just going to do those in black in 310. I think that's what's going to work the best. Okay, so we did that. Okay, so last one, which is good because we have to go get this. We have to go take the girl child to biology. Okay, this is so I'm selling that one with Tina, and is it the Sing-A-Song sampler sal? Tina, correct me if I'm not. Pop it down below. I think that's what the hashtag is. The next one is I started, and this is the last one I started, and I wish I would have gotten more into it. I got 200 stitches into it. Y'all, this like if you had seen me in the morning, you'd be shocked that I got this much stitching done, because really and truly. So this is by Dream in Stitches. She has a Ko-Fi. I think it's a she. Person has a Ko-Fi. I picked Magical Childhood because I love this. I love this. It is 98 colors. It's 448 by 500 stitches. So it's a big one because, you know, why not start another bath? Yeah. I am doing it on, I think it's 18 count. I hope it's 18 count. Now, I did do the math for the size of my fabric based on 16 count because I wasn't 100% sure if it was 15 or if it was 16 or 18. But I'm thinking it's 18. I got just over 200 stitches in last night, and then I called it a night. And will this be coming out? Absolutely, because I'm stitching this with Creativity by Gidge, Amy. Amy started her warrior. She's doing it like an Asian warrior woman who is gorgeous. She is gorgeous. Like, that pattern is gorgeous, and that's what started this whole sale. Is I tagged Amy in that post about that pattern. It just doesn't fit my aesthetic, and that's fine. And I'm glad that Amy and I were both able to find something that we could stitch by the same artist or pattern company that we both love. And so we're doing the Dream and Stitches sale. So please join us. Go pick a Dream and Stitches pattern, and let's have at it. Let's have some fun. So that's just over 200 stitches. So it does count as a start, official start in Whip Warriors, which I am participating in. I did go and I have just about one of every single floss. Some of them that will be plenty of. Oh, so I was like, okay, I'm all ready, right? And I told him, I'm like, yeah, I got it loaded into Pattern Keeper. I just have to put the threads in it. And I'm like, the numbers to the threads, because that didn't load. And I'm like, looking at, I'm like, why can't I find this symbol on my list? I'm like, to enter the yesterday. And I was like, I uploaded the wrong pattern. I hope, because I had downloaded, I had gotten 3 charts, I think, from her and from the company. And I was like, yeah, because that's the wrong pattern, dummy. And so I had to spend part of my time uploading. So what I did is I started to upload the correct pattern, and I worked on a different project, but I couldn't work on any project that was on my Pattern Keeper because I was uploading to Pattern Keeper, and it won't let you upload one while you're working on another. So I that kind of threw me off, but that's okay. Like, hey, stuff happens. So then I had to input all the floss colors, and that ate up a chunk of time. And so got all those in, and yeah, we are just jamming along. So this week, as far as cleaning, our clean along, because we're doing that. So hashtag CAL, because if you can sell it and do it with your friends, everything will be better. I did work on flosses. I want to put away the stack of fabric that I have on top of a bin in my craft area. That will be a big one. And then find my pattern, make sure I have the right size cut out for bean for the t-shirt and leggings, and get that done. So when I pull out the sewing machine, I will have project bags, at least 1, maybe 2 outfits for Bean, the 2 toys, the 8 hats, and the 3 more bibs, and a hooded towel for Bruno. Bruno, I put him in in a box, like a Rubbermaid box, and my box is not big enough. But those are my cleaning goals. If I can, like, to find the pattern, to put away that huge stack of fabric. Because if I can do that, then I can get to a couple other things to move around to make the room a little bit better. So yeah, I think that's it. Okay. So, so likely next week you will see a lot of sewing. You will see obviously more cross stitching, and you will likely see more knitting, because I want to get that little sweater done, because I have a second sweater that I want to cast on that has little bear ears. Why is that hard to say? Bear ears on the hood. And then I have other stuff I want to do. So, um, if you can let me know how you guys store your main set of flosses on floss drops, that would be great. Also, when I do the blocks, do you guys think I should put interfacing on the back of the cross stitch pieces just to kind of make it more secure? I'm just so paranoid. Like, I'm not going to put any beads on them. I'm not going to do any of that, anything that could, like, potentially come off. Like, I know I worry way too much. It's who I am. I will also be FFOing a couple things, so that will be good. So, with that, I need to let you guys go. I have to go get Bean up and get her to campus. And then I need to come back and shower. I have a small break. Then I have to take boy child to campus. Then I have to run down to the hospital to take some stuff to my ex-husband and get him to sign a document. Then I come back. I have a small break, and then I have class. And in between there, I have to do client work because I have a lot of work. I am still loving my dashboard happy planner. This layout is what works for me. I'm keeping up on biking. I did not bike yesterday. I was not going to push myself in that regards. So, yeah, after this week, I'll be done with mentoring and can start the process to see where we're at. That's crazy. That's crazy. So I will likely try to get in a bike today, which would normally be a rest day, but life. So yeah, but the fact that, like, really and truly, and I got to get to the post office this week. But like I said, it may be 2 trips because I think, Jessica, if you're okay with it, I'm just gonna wait until the package from Keepsakes comes in the next day or two, or in the next couple days, and then I'll just ship it all at once. So yeah. And if anybody went to Stitch West and has the pattern from Teresa Koga, I know I could wait a year until she's going to release it. I am in love with that sampler. I am absolutely in love with it. And if anybody would like to sell or loan me their copy, I promise to make it a priority to hurry up and stitch it. I would love that. And then if you got the actual print copy of from the Jingle Ball of the hands-on design trees, or the tiny modernist Sal that you would be willing to loan me. And there was something else that I had wanted that I didn't get, that now I'm blanking. Please. I did reward myself, and I'm with I had to order something from 123 Stitch. Oh, the one floss for my Mermaid of Salem Bay came in, and when I was looking at it, the substitution is not quite right. I looked at it, I'm like, nah. If I'm gonna spend almost $100 kitting that up, then I want the actual floss. So I ordered the flosses from 123 Stitch. It should be in anytime soon, any day. I did go ahead and splurge, and I ordered the pattern from Plum Street's This Is the Day, because that is one of my favorite songs to sing, even as a kid. I loved singing that in church. Don't ask. So I bought the pattern and the overdyes, hand dyed. I think they were weeks dyed. I think weeks dyed. Whatever they're called for, non-DMC flosses, I went ahead and ordered as well. That is a treat to me. I don't know when I'm going to start that. But I've been wanting that pattern since it came out last year. So, yeah. So that's where we're at. That's what we're kind of doing this next week. Literally, I am in meetings and all that all week. It's going to be a little crazy. Hopefully Friday the Ablation goes well. And hopefully I don't have a return of the migraine from hell. So with that, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to get being up and going and to class, and then we will talk later. If you have any questions, want to contact me, have whatever, let me know. Just message me. Best place is probably Instagram. I'm his Princess Kelly. If we're not friends on Facebook, although you can Facebook me. On Fitness Pal, I am his Princess Kelly as well on TikTok. I'm open to all of that. I'm interested to see what the GI nutritionist says this week. Yeah, we've got a lot going on. So with that, I'm going to let you go. Have a great week. Bye, guys.